Coming right up, we're going to delve into a captivating sequence caught on a trail camera, showcasing a scene from a freshly sown garden. This is a rather ordinary sight if you're familiar with country living, where nocturnal critters often treat gardens as their own personal buffet. These twilight marauders are typically harmless, simply scavenging for an effortless nibble or two. From the nimble raccoons and the hopping rabbits to the majestic deer, these are your usual suspects. But what you're about to see is anything but typical. It makes you question, is it something straight out of a ghost story, or could it be a mere illusion created by the camera? The mysterious entity appears on the screen for just an instant as it saunters past the lens. It bears an uncanny resemblance to a canine, but with an oversized face that outstrips the proportions of a coyote. Could we be looking at a wolf? Let's zoom in for a better look. Intriguingly, it seems as though the creature is adorned in some sort of apparel. Considering the camera's height off the ground, could this imply that our creature is bipedal, walking on two legs? Or is it possible that it's just an unfortunate trick of the light? Could we be witnessing the legendary dogman, an entity whispered about in folklore? Or is it simply a jester clad in a sophisticated costume, playing a prank for our amusement? So many questions spring from this short piece of footage, leaving us to ponder and speculate. As we continue to delve into this mystery, remember to keep an open mind. After all, the fun is in the exploration, isn't it? Let's keep watching and see if we can unravel this riddle. Stay tuned, because up next we have experts breaking down the footage, frame by frame. In an ordinary suburban backyard. Surprisingly, this seemingly unremarkable location reveals an intriguing sight. A mysterious entity concealed among the trees. If we examine it more closely, we can observe a swift movement across the frame. Undoubtedly, there is a presence there, although its true nature remains shrouded in uncertainty. While the creature's physical form is challenging to discern, it seems to possess the locomotion characteristic of a bipedal being. Regrettably, the glimpse we catch is fleeting, leaving us with more questions than answers. The ethereal appearance of this entity gives the impression of a wraith, as if it were composed of wisps of smoke or mist. Speculation arises. What could it possibly be? Is it a forest spirit belonging to the realm of folklore? Perhaps it belongs to the realm of the supernatural, like a malevolent demon. Could it even be a shapeshifter caught in an in-between state without its customary outer layer? In an attempt to unravel this enigma, numerous experts in the field of paranormal phenomena scrutinized this perplexing video, yet no consensus could be reached. Now it's your turn to weigh in and share your thoughts on this puzzling footage. What do you believe this mysterious creature could be? Now we have a mind-boggling image to dissect together. Take a close look at this still shot of a majestic white-tailed deer, but hold on tight because something's not quite right about one of its antlers. Now, you know we specialize in all things paranormal and mysterious, but let's keep an open mind here. Not every enigma we come across has a supernatural explanation, right? So what could be the cause of this peculiar antler situation? Let's explore some possibilities. First off, we might be looking at a case of Mother Nature flexing her creative muscles. Sometimes animals experience unique mutations that propel them into the spotlight of curiosity. Perhaps this deer has been blessed with an unconventional antler growth, giving it a distinctive look that sets it apart from the rest of its kind. It's fascinating how evolution can stir up such unexpected surprises. On the other hand, we can't dismiss the possibility of this poor creature enduring a traumatic injury to its skull. Picture this. A fierce battle for dominance amongst stags, a collision with a tree branch, or even a near-fatal encounter with an unknown predator. Any of these events could have triggered a misfortune, causing the antler to grow in a downward, eerie fashion. Nature can be a tough and unforgiving force after all. But wait, let's throw a curveball into the mix. What if we're peering into the realm of the supernatural? Hear me out. What if this apparent anomaly is the result of a shapeshifter gone wrong? Imagine a mythical being attempting to alter its form, but something didn't quite click. Instead of flawlessly transforming its physical appearance, it found itself stuck in a bizarre fusion of animal and unknown entity. Stranger things have happened, right? I want to hear your theories on what's plaguing this poor deer. Is it a natural mutation, an unfortunate injury, or could it be the extraordinary workings of a shapeshifter? Share your thoughts down in the comments below. This footage was captured by two adventurous souls who decided to explore an old, abandoned mine. Now, I have to admit, not the smartest idea, considering how dangerous those old mine shafts can be. But hold on tight, because the horror these two brave explorers encountered was unlike anything they could have ever imagined. The video starts off with darkness enveloping the screen, making it quite challenging to discern the surroundings. However, if you look closely, you'll notice something absolutely spine-chilling. Right there in the midst of the darkness is the image of a creature standing upright on two legs. And let me tell you, my friends, its eyes are the real attention grabbers. They glow eerily against the meager light of their camera like glowing embers in the black abyss. But that's not all. If you zoom in even closer, you'll notice the faint outline of a ghastly, wraith-like body surrounding those haunting eyes. Now, there are a few hypotheses floating around about what this creature could possibly be, and let me assure you, none of them are remotely pleasant. We're talking about some serious nightmare fuel here, folks. Plus, the fact that these brave souls were miles away from civilization, deep within the bowels of an abandoned mine, just amps up the terror to a whole new level. It seems abundantly clear that this unearthly being is some sort of cave dweller, most likely a notorious crawler. You see, these creatures tend to make caves their home base, lurking in the shadows and waiting for unsuspecting victims to wander into their territory. To make matters even more disturbing, they possess the ability to mimic the voices of their victims' hiking companions, drawing them deeper into their lair. And yep, you guessed it, my friends. These two unfortunate adventurers had unknowingly stepped right into this creature's domain. Now here's the real shocker. Despite the potential danger, this creature didn't immediately attack our fearless duo. Perhaps it was caught off guard by their unexpected presence or had momentarily lost its nerve. Whatever the reason, these two managed to make it out of the mine unscathed and were kind enough to share their terrifying video with us. I can tell you this for certain after this hair-raising experience, I highly doubt these brave explorers will ever venture into another dark abandoned mine in the future. The fear they encountered down there is sure to linger in their minds for a long, long time. All right, let's dive into this intriguing footage of a potential ghostly encounter. We have our camera set up in a dense forest where the underbrush creates an eerie atmosphere. Throughout the video, our attention is drawn to the left side of the frame where something peculiar unfolds. As we scrutinize the shadows cast by the towering trees, a sudden movement catches our eye. It's as if a figure resembling a child-sized entity swiftly darts behind one of the trees. The ghostly apparition appears to be running, leaving us to wonder about its origin and purpose. Could this be the manifestation of a lost soul, forever bound to these woods? Or is it a mystical forest spirit, tirelessly wandering its ethereal domain? Ah, the mysteries of the paranormal. It's challenging to ascertain the true nature of what we witness on screen. This is where you, the viewer, come into play. We implore you to form your own judgment based on the evidence presented. Share your thoughts with us. Is this an authentic glimpse into the supernatural realm? Or could there be a logical explanation behind this enigmatic footage? Check out this snapshot captured in the lush greenery of Washington State. Now, this isn't your everyday commonplace nature picture. Nope, not at all. You see, Washington State, known for its diverse landscape that varies from West Coast beaches, sprawling forests, mighty rivers, to mountain ranges, holds more than just your regular wilderness beauty. As you look at this snapshot, you can't help but feel there's something unusual about it, something eerie that's hiding in plain sight. As your eyes start scanning the photo from left to right, you stumble upon something peculiar nestled between the thick trunks of the evergreens. It's a face, not one of a bear or a deer, but something more human. But it's not exactly right, is it? Something's off about it. Squint a little, lean in, and there it is, the unmistakable features of a primate. Shocking, isn't it? The question buzzing in everyone's head right now is, how did a primate end up in the middle of a Washington forest? Well, it could very well be someone's pet that's gone AWOL. As unlikely as it might sound to some, there are folks out there who fancy having unusual, exotic pets, and they go to great lengths to keep them a secret. Can't rule out that possibility, can we? But there's something else too. As you take a closer look, the size of this creature seems a bit off. It isn't huge enough to pass off as a Sasquatch, a legendary creature said to inhabit the forests of North America. But could it be an entirely new species of primate that somehow managed to stay off our radars, choosing to live undisturbed in the dense wilderness? This could be a remarkable discovery, a new puzzle piece in the great mystery that is nature. Either way, this photo sure leaves us with more questions than answers. Guess we'll have to keep our eyes peeled for more such surprises in the Washington forests. And who knows, maybe next time we'll catch a full glimpse of this enigmatic creature. We're now peering into an intriguing slice of time, captured on video by a band of intrepid trail riders traversing the sprawling lowlands of eastern Montana. You can see them divided into two teams for the purpose of this ride. The first trio is visible on camera, their horses' hooves lightly crunching on the trail as they approach the fringes of the forest. The second duo is perched higher on the hillside, busily recording the scene below. Initially, as they merrily trotted along, their minds filled with thoughts of adventure, none of the riders noticed anything unusual. Their eyes were glued to the path ahead, appreciating the serene beauty of their surroundings, completely oblivious of what they were about to capture on their camera. It wasn't until later, after the day's ride was over, and they huddled together, excitedly reviewing the footage, that they caught something odd. There, subtly concealed amongst the dense foliage, appeared to be a large ape-like figure standing as still as a statue. It seemed to be keenly observing the riders as they rode by, its form perfectly camouflaged within the woodland backdrop. The shape of it was so convincingly primate-like that it was easy to miss unless you were purposefully searching for it. Its ability to blend into the surrounding wilderness was quite remarkable, making one wonder, could it be more than a mere trick of light and shadow? Could it be that the shadowy figure was the result of the forest's natural lighting? Perhaps it was just the way the sunlight dappled through the leaves, creating an illusion of a creature where none actually stood. Or could there be another explanation? Could it be possible that what they captured on video was an elusive being, rumored to inhabit the wilderness, the legendary Bigfoot perhaps? This question certainly sent a thrilling chill down their spines as they revisited the footage over and over again. It's a mystery you will have to ponder upon and ultimately decide for yourself. Could a Bigfoot really exist, undetected in the vast and unspoiled wilderness of Montana? The evidence, tantalizingly suggestive, leaves the question hanging in the air. It's certainly plausible that if such a creature was to make a home in the wilderness, Montana, with its expansive, quiet forests and scarce population, could be the ideal sanctuary. Picture this. You're driving along a popular roadway, minding your own business, when suddenly, out of the corner of your eye, you spot a mother deer and her fawn. Amazing, right? But wait, hold on just a sec, because it gets even crazier. Out of nowhere, another fawn magically appears. I mean, what in the world? Now, I know what you're thinking. It's not that unusual for deer to have twins, right? But here's the kicker. This second fawn seemed to appear out of thin air. Now, I present to you this mind-boggling footage that captured this jaw-dropping moment. Take a look, and I challenge you to see if you can figure out where exactly this mysterious deer came from. We've scrutinized this footage multiple times, and I gotta be honest with you, there's just no logical explanation here. Could it be some sort of camera glitch, or is there something supernatural going on? Let me know if you can spot where this third deer was at the beginning of the footage. I am eagerly awaiting your theories and explanations because seriously, this is one perplexing mystery that has me scratching my head. As we transition to this new environment, the footage comes alive with the intensity of a handheld camera. The person behind it seems on edge, their hands shaking and their movements frantic, and soon enough we'll understand why. In the dim light, it's not easy to discern details, but one thing is unmistakable. A creature emerges within the frame. With its pale skin and glowing eyes, this mysterious being captures our attention. It appears to be a humanoid cryptid, but the limited footage makes it challenging to determine its exact identity. As the camera pans across, we catch a glimpse of the creature lying on the ground, possibly on its stomach. The slender form and long limbs suggest humanoid characteristics, particularly in its arms and hands. But beyond that, any further identification remains elusive. The pale complexion and human-like facial features hint at two possible classifications: the eerie crawler or the unnerving rake. However, given the uncertain nature of the encounter, it's entirely plausible that this creature could be a shapeshifter, capable of assuming various forms to deceive its unsuspecting victims. Whatever the case may be, the camera owner wisely decided not to stick around and investigate further, and honestly, who can blame them? This video that has been making waves on the internet, and I'm sure some of you might have already stumbled upon it. Today, we are going to explore a peculiar sighting, a koi fish with a human face. That's right, you heard me correctly. Now you might be wondering if this is just some sort of optical illusion caused by the fish's unique facial pattern. And that's a valid thought. After all, nature has a way of surprising us with its remarkable patterns and designs. But is there something more to this bizarre phenomenon? Could it be a genetic mutation occurring in the fish, leading to this uncanny resemblance? Or perhaps it's just the camera playing tricks on us, struggling to focus on a subject submerged in water. Believe it or not, despite the countless speculations floating around the internet, there is still no concrete explanation for this astonishing discovery. Experts and enthusiasts alike have been scratching their heads trying to come up with a plausible theory that could unravel this mystery, but so far none have succeeded. The ancient Ram Inn has a chilling reputation as a hotspot for paranormal activity. The stories surrounding this place are enough to send shivers down your spine. Legend has it that the land itself was cursed long before the inn was even built. It is said that the inn sits directly on the intersection of two ley lines, powerful energy pathways that are believed to connect significant sacred sites. In this case, the ley lines lead directly to the ancient wonder of Stonehenge. According to local lore, the ley lines from Stonehenge act as a conduit, channeling some sort of supernatural power into the very foundations of the Ram Inn. Imagine, if you will, a force flowing through the land, infusing it with an otherworldly energy. Whether you choose to believe in the power of ley lines or not, there is no denying the eerie atmosphere surrounding this place. Adding to the intrigue is the fact that the Ram Inn is situated on a pagan burial ground dating back around 5,000 years. It seems that the history of this location is steeped in darkness and mystery. But let's delve into the specifics of the inn itself. Originally, it served as housing for the slaves and workers who were involved in the construction of St. Mary's Church. The building of the church was no small feat, as it required diverting several streams and waterways around its premises. Now, according to ancient folklore and rituals, tampering with waterways is often considered a grave mistake. It's believed that such actions can unwittingly open portals to realms beyond our understanding. This adds an additional layer of intrigue to the already haunted history of the Ram Inn. It is said that the inn has witnessed witch burnings, ritual sacrifices, and even devil worship. In fact, skeletons have been discovered beneath the staircase, belonging to both children and adults. With such a dark and disturbing past, it comes as no surprise that the Ram Inn is rumored to be haunted. The allure of this place attracts not only historians, but also avid ghost hunters looking for a taste of the supernatural. Among the numerous reports of paranormal activity, there is a particularly intriguing recording. In the recording, we witness an entity playfully toying with the strap of a luggage bag. The strap moves on its own, captivating and startling the woman watching it. Considering the history of this place, this strange encounter seems relatively benign, but it raises the question: is the paranormal activity at the Ram Inn connected to the ley lines, or is it simply the presence of trapped spirits seeking interaction with the world of the living? The mystery of the Ram Inn continues to perplex and captivate those brave enough to explore its haunted halls. Whether you believe in ley lines or are skeptical of the supernatural, there is no denying that this ancient establishment holds a power and energy that cannot be easily dismissed. Are you ready to step into the shadows and unravel the secrets this haunted inn holds? If you liked watching these videos, then consider subscribing. I release videos at least twice a week. Stay frosty and we'll see you in the next one.